Happy Halloween and apparently Magic Day too. That feels on brand. It's Friday, October 31st, 2025, and this is KoiCast. I'm Hunter.
Boo! I'm Riley, and yes, we come bearing treats, no jump scares, unless the budget sheet jump scares you later.
Quick heads up before we dive in, this episode was made completely with AI. We're stress testing Microsoft Vibe Voice 7B for the voices and pipeline. If the vibes get a little uncanny valley, that's part of the experiment. We keep the glitches in.
If my laugh sounds too perfect, blame the robots. Or thank them. Either way, let's run.
Today's story.
Anthropic shipped Claude Haiku 4.5, and it's basically waving a big neon sign that says Default Fast Model, lower latency, real-world pricing, and it's live on Anthropic's API and on Google Cloud's Vertex AI with function calling and structured outputs.
Translation for my creators, it's quick and cheap enough to be the draft brain in your stack. And on Vertex, it takes text, images, and PDFs in and spits out text. So you can point it at screenshots, decks, invoices, get tags, summaries, and clean JSON back. No regex gymnastics. Love that for us.
The headline pricing is what made me sit up. Roughly $1 per million input tokens and $5 per million output tokens. That's aggressive. It shifts the mental math from, can we afford to test, to, why aren't we testing more?
Yeah, and speed. It's tuned for chatty apps and real-time UX. So your onboarding bot, your in-product coach, that try 5 more headline variants button in your CMS, this makes those feel instant instead of molasses.
Context check. Is this open source? No, Haiku 4.5 is closed. You're calling cloud endpoints Anthropic or Vertex AI, so you're not self-hosting this on a single 3090 under your desk. But automation-wise, that's fine. Webhooks, serverless functions, N8N, Zapier, Make A, if it can make a post request, you're good.
And function calling on Vertex means you can tell it. Return this exact schema, get predictable JSON, and route that into whatever your CMS, your ad account, your spreadsheet. That's the part that kills manual QA. No more why is the field named title case this time.
Who's this really for? Marketers and media ops teams who care about throughput. Solo YouTubers can absolutely use it as the first pass for titles and descriptions. Agencies and growth teams will love the batch and overnight jobs asset refreshes, localization, SEO expansions, cheap enough to run weekly, maybe daily.
I'll push you a little. If I'm a scrappy creator or an engineer who wants more control, why not go open model? Qwen3's been flexing hybrid reasoning. It's literally in the Quark app for consumers now, with the whole text and voice thing. That's a signal. Also, DeepSeek's new drop is teasing cost cuts that could like half usage. So, why Haiku?
Fair. I'd frame it portfolio style. Use Haiku 4.5 as the fast lane for the 80% drafting, rewriting, tagging, classifying, extracting, then keep a heavier model, maybe Qwen for deeper reasoning, or a self-hosted option only for the tricky chains. Haiku's edge is automation readiness and price. On Vertex, you get structured outputs, enterprise logging, quota management, and a familiar ops environment. That predictability matters when you're shipping content at scale.
Plus, snappy beats smart but slow when users are waiting. You know when an assistant pauses for 3 seconds and you're like, did you crash or are you thinking? Haiku's designed to not make people rage click.
Exactly. Let's talk workflow impact. If you run a D2C brand, dump your product catalog, brand voice, and guidelines in. Haiku generates headline, primary text, alt text, and call to actions in one go. Returns strict JSON, your guardrail step scores tone and compliance. Approved variants auto-post to your ad platform and get scheduled. That's research to outline, to draft, to CMS with humans approving fast.
And for docs, this is slept on. Intake PDFs from vendors or screenshots from the team. Haiku summarizes, extracts key fields, and flags anomalies. You can chain OCR when needed and pipe structured data to your CRM or finance sheet. Invoices that don't match the PO, auto-route for review. You've basically turned the inbox into a decision engine.
For video teams, it won't render clips, that's important, it's text only out, but it will crank out scripts, shot lists, cut list drafts, titles, thumbnails, ideas, and captions. Pair it with your editor, add auto-upload, and let the TTS layer handle promos. Light human pass, ship.
Speaking of TTS, hello from Vibe Voice 7B. We're literally dogfooding that pairing right now. Logic model for planning, voice model for delivery. Human in the loop to keep it from saying my last name like a password hint.
Speed versus cost trade-off. Is Haiku 4.5 a must-have? If you're serious about scaling content operations, it's close. The combo of low latency and that $1 in, $5 out token pricing makes it a prime candidate to replace the general small model slot in your stack.
But let's not oversell. Guardrails still matter. Faster models produce faster mistakes. Keep validation, brand filters, and fact checks in the loop, especially for regulated copy. And set token budgets and alerts. Cheap isn't free. Your finance team would like to keep Halloween spooky. not your invoice.
Availability's clean. It's usable today, Anthropic's API or Vertex AI if you're already in Google Cloud. Function calling, structured outputs, images and PDFs in, text out. No waitlist caveats here. If you know how to call an endpoint, you can wire it into production this afternoon.
And if you live in automations like I do, N8N flow could be screenshot from Slack to cloud storage, trigger Vertex Haiku with a schema, get back tags and summary, then push to your Notion database with a link and an action item. 5 nodes, 10 minutes, call it a day.
Competitive field check. OpenAI's lightweight options and Mistral's small models are in the conversation. Qwen3 is pushing reasoning and localish experimentation. And yes, keep an eye on DeepSeek's pricing play. But Haiku 4.5 staking out the good enough, fast, and predictable slot with Vertex integration is a savvy move.
Do you think it's a niche tool or part of the bigger automation wave?
Bigger wave. The emphasis right now is speed plus cost discipline with creative flexibility. This is the model you run constantly in the background, classifying, drafting, extracting, routing, while you reserve the heavyweight model for the hard puzzles.
Use cases rapid-fire creators, title stacks, hooks, descriptions, short scripts, community posts. Marketers, ad variants, email blocks, landing page copy, UTM naming. Ops, ticket triage, internal knowledge answers, doc extraction. Agencies, batch content refreshes overnight, localization at scale. Hobbyists, caption libraries and blog outlines for days, just watch your budgets.
Risks and limitations. Text-only outputs, so you'll pair it with image, video, and audio tools. Some guardrails can block spicy prompts depending on the platform's policies. And scalability is fine for teams, but enterprise volume still needs rate limit planning and retries, which Vertex helps with.
If we had to meme this update, your CFO when they see $1 per million input tokens suddenly supportive, or me scheduling nightly content jobs like it's cardio season?
I like good enough fast is now a feature, not a compromise.
Let's do a tiny benchmarks without benchmarks segment. We don't have numbers to recite, and we don't need them, but the vibe is near frontier performance on everyday tasks. So if you were using a heavier model for drafts out of habit, this is your sign to downgrade for speed and costs, then upgrade only when the task demands it.
Builder checklist to close it out. 1. Rate latency sensitive calls to Haiku 4.5. Keep your biggest model for polish or complex reasoning. 2. Standardize on structured outputs with function calling. Enforce schemas to kill post-processing. 3. Batch non-urgent jobs overnight to ride the price curve. 4. Add lightweight human review for tone and factuality.
And 5. Create the portfolio. Haiku for the fast lane, heavier or open models for deeper logic. That's the human plus machine sweet spot. Use the right brain at the right moment, automate the glue, keep people on the taste and the take.
Big picture takeaway. Haiku 4.5 isn't a shiny toy. It's the reliable collaborator that keeps your creative machine humming, drafting, classifying, extracting, and handing off to the next tool with clean JSON.
All right, that's our Halloween special. If you want the full write-up, we just posted a breakdown on the blog. Hit koei.com/resources for AI news and updates. And subscribe so your algorithm remembers us before your candy stash runs out.
Thanks for hanging with us on KoeiCast. Happy Halloween and happy Magic Day. May your models be snappy and your costs be not scary.
Catch you next time. Now go automate something and save me a Reese's.